So it's a big shipping day for me. I normally do shorts, but today I decided I was going to do a long form video to show you what I am shipping out today. It's quite the assortment, the menagerie, and let's go ahead and get started. So this is a very niche kind of blanket, I think. This is a blanket from the cartoon Mary Madagascar. So, you know the movie Madagascar. There is a Christmas special, and apparently they needed merch for it because why not? And this sold on Mercari for $22. Pink Blankie Week, I guess. This is a Granimals Heart Blankie, and this one sold on eBay for $25. It is a Sherpa blanket, and I know you're going to look at this and you think that's nasty. This is exactly why I don't buy Sherpa for myself anymore, because it always mats down like this. Anyways, people will still buy blankets even if they are not pristine and nice. And again, this is a Granimals brand, which is just from Walmart. So yeah, you never know what people are going to want. Clearly, if we're selling a Walmart blanket and a Mary Madagascar blanket. Okay, when I picked this up, I thought this was some kind of sausage maker because it's called, well, the brand is called Porquette. So I thought, well, it must be some kind of sausage machine. But it is a poppy seed grinder, which I also thought that was kind of weird because I always just assumed poppy seeds were the right size to put in muffins or whatever, bread. Apparently not. Apparently they need to be ground. This is what it looks like. This sold for $50. Maybe they're going to use that on Dorothy. Wicked 2 comes out soon. Maybe. So I bought this at a church sale. It is an Apple, like Macintosh, the brand, bag. And I thought this was a cooler. Well, I was thinking, man, like a picnic style cooler, you know? Or maybe, you know, someone's going to work and they need a lot of food. Because look at this. I thought it was insulated. Well, I brought it home and I did some research on it. This is actually a travel bag for the old style Macintosh computers. You know, because you couldn't just bring your laptop around. You had to bring your whole CPU and, I don't know, I wonder if the monitor fit here too. Probably not. But isn't that kind of crazy that they would carry their computer around in a huge bag like this? I guess if they really needed to. It's kind of wild. Anyways, this sold on eBay for $125. These Mickey Peppermint blow molds, these were something that we had in our yard for a long time. I got them from probably a yard sale 100 years ago. And we literally probably used them for at least 10 years in our yard. But the lights went out in them. And not something we were interested in fixing. They need repainting and all this other stuff. You can see they're yellow. They look like peppermints that have been, I don't know, left in the heat or in the attic, and they've kind of melted, like a craft that grandma made back in 1972. But maybe someone is going to refurbish them. I imagine they are. This sold on Poshmark for $39 for the set of 3. And it is just the tops. It's not the stakes or anything else. It's just the tops, this set of 3. So I've got this set of 4 hanks of yarn, and this sold for $60 for the set. So this yarn does not have the name of the color on it. Obviously it's orange and you can use keywords in there. But if you want to know what the company called it, there is a website, I think it's called Ravelry, that has the names on it, and it will also tell you if the colors are discontinued. Anyways, I'll link that into my comments down below for your reference if you happen to sell yarn and you need to know if it's discontinued or not. So Rubbermaid. She's always going to surprise me on what people are willing to pay for these things. A Rubbermaid always has a model number stamped on the bottom of the piece, so they're super easy to look up. These juice boxes really kind of shocked me because I imagine these probably sold for, what do you think, like $1, $2 back when they were originally sold. But I sold this set on eBay for $50. $50 for some refillable juice boxes. And you know, that does sound crazy, but if you buy a lot of juice pouches or boxes for your kid anyways, I bet after, I don't know, like a month or 2, if you just refill them with Juicy Juice or Ocean Spray or whatever, you probably come out ahead. So maybe it's not such a crazy price after all. I feel like I've had these forever, and it's just a set of the gel perfume, this Boucheron, and it sold on Mercari for $18. Okay, that's not doing a whole lot for me, but it's probably going to do a whole lot for somebody else. This is it's just called the Stick. They did not even think about what they were going to name this thing. They were like, what does it look like? A stick. That's what we're calling it. It's some kind of muscle massager thing. It just looks like giant pony beads to me. This sold on eBay for $30. Little VTech gaming toy. This sold for $20. Hey there, Delilah. You sold on eBay for $15 for these 2 pairs of pantyhose. This guy, his name is clearly like Dominic or Tony or something, but everybody probably remembers Fat Chef from the late 90s. You either had Fat Chef or grapes or goose or something like that. Your mom probably had that in their kitchen. This clock sold for $20 on eBay. So I don't know who's running this old dude, you're getting a Dell laptop. I bought a laptop at an estate sale and it was busted, like literally busted. It looked like somebody dropped it. But the battery is still good on it. And this sold for $43. Wii Sports game, again, it's probably the same guy who is running that Dell that could have bought this. This sold for $20. The vintage electronics just do not stop. They keep on coming. This is a JVC camcorder, battery charger, and I do have the battery. This sold for $15. One more, a Canon lens. This sold for $50. Sold a bunch of other parts off the Margaritaville machine. This is just the base. It only sold for $5. I know it kind of seems hardly worth it, but I sold a bunch of the other parts already, so why not? Then I've got this just like piece of plastic that goes to a Black & Decker hand mixer. It's a paddle and it sold for $17. This one's wild and crazy. So Swiffer sweepers, the kinds that have a plug, that plug in. Anytime I get them with the plug, I will separate them out because I can get more money that way. Just this charger, just this piece right here, sold for $72. $72. Because if people do not have this working plug, they cannot get their sweeper to work. So they're willing to pay what it takes to get their precious cleaner back working. So I think these are absolutely gorgeous. There are Capiz shell placemats, and they have a cork backing and this gold rim. Someone's gonna have a nice dinner party with these probably. I mean, just look at that. Wouldn't you like to be invited to a dinner party with these Capiz shells? It would not be happening at my house because we're eating dinner on a paper plate if I'm having people over. I ain't washing all those dishes. Anyways, this set, I have 6 of them and it sold for $84. I just listed these yesterday. They're Wrangler cargo pants. And you know, I find this funny because I feel like a few years ago everybody was making fun of cargo pants, but now they're the in thing. So these sold overnight for $35. I just did a video on parting things out, and in that video I used a Dyson vacuum as my example. Well, this is the first piece I think that is sold. These pieces here sold for $40. Oh, look at that. I kind of got the Mickey Mouse behind me kind of lined up in that circle. Interesting. Buy a Mickey Mouse everywhere, really, in this room. And the real MVP of today's shipping is this gorgeous lamp. So I saw this at a church sale and I kind of looked at it, and then because I was originally thinking about getting it for myself, and then I realized I have no place to put this lamp. Like, what if my cats knock it over? It's gonna go everywhere. I really have no place to put it anyway, so I didn't pick it up. At the end of the sale, I circled back again, and it's just like, it just kept catching my eye. So I picked it up and looked at it and realized it said Happy Chic by Jonathan Adler. So score, this beauty sold for $215, and I almost left it behind. And also it was sitting there for probably 2 or 3 hours before I circled back around. So a bunch of other people also left it behind, and I think I paid less than $5 for this thing. $215. Now I'm not looking forward to shipping this baby out. Sorry, that's Cece crickling on a bag on the ground. I'm not looking forward to shipping this baby out. I'm gonna be extra careful. I'm gonna bubble wrap it within an inch of its life, double box it, all that good stuff. But yeah, score for me. So that's all for this video. Let me know, did you like this long form format or do you prefer the shorts? So let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you're shipping out today, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.